Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new here, welcome. My name is Braden Timmons, and today we're going to be talking about a theory. That's right, a theory about a movie that has already came out. It's actually almost 2 years old, and I have a theory about it. Well, I guess it's not really called a theory because I like to think of theories as something that you think of before you actually see something. I honestly really probably should be calling this a discussion. Anyway, I'm not going to overthink it. The reason that this discussion, theory, whatever it is you want to call it, came up is because the other night, James Grimm and myself were doing a Halloween 2018 live commentary on my channel. It was for the Horror Buffs podcast episode 9. If you guys missed it, you guys can find it on the channel right now. But there was a question that came up during the live stream that actually got me thinking. So actually, I kind of spent the last couple days really thinking about this before I did my video on it, and now I just want to talk about it. So if you guys can't tell by the title of this video, it's Is There a Motive in Halloween 2018? And by a motive, I mean, why is Laurie Strode and Michael Myers going after each other? Or are they going after each other? Or is there only one going after the other? The point being, is Laurie Strode after Michael Myers, and is Michael Myers after Laurie Strode? And my answer to that is no. Laurie Strode is actually after Michael Myers. Michael Myers doesn't even really give a shit about Laurie Strode. And here's why. Because in the beginning of Halloween 2018, although yes, this is a movie that takes place 40 years after the events of Halloween 1978, Michael Myers has long forgotten about Laurie Strode. Michael Myers has been locked up for 40 years. All he's been thinking about is getting out and killing people. That's all he wants to do. Yes, Laurie Strode may have gotten away from him in 1978, but the Shape, all he really cares about is killing whoever he can get his hands on. Now, in the beginning of Halloween 2018, we see that Dana and Aaron are visiting Smith's Grove to visit Michael Myers so that they can talk to him and taunt him a little bit with the mask. We see that. And during that conversation, Aaron in particular is asking him if he recalls the events from Halloween 1978, if he feels any sort of sympathy or remorse for what he did that night 40 years earlier. And Michael, as always, doesn't say anything, but Aaron doesn't even bring up Laurie Strode. And I found this very interesting because in some of the marketing stuff for Halloween 2018, like in a couple of the TV spots, I know that Aaron actually asks Michael, "Do you remember Laurie Strode?"
Hello, Michael. Do you remember Laurie Strode?
And we see him clench his fist. I feel like that might have made a little bit more sense if they ended up doing that in the movie, because then at least Laurie would have been brought up to Michael Myers. Maybe he would have actually recalled her a little bit more. Because if Aaron just brings up the victims from Halloween 1978, he could just mean Annie or Linda or Bob. And maybe he just doesn't even remember Laurie. Who the hell knows? So just right there, Michael Myers has no reason to break out and go after Laurie Strode. Fast forward through the opening credits, and Dana and Aaron are now at Laurie Strode's house. And they actually bring up Michael Myers. They have a conversation with her because obviously Laurie has not forgotten about Michael Myers. Laurie has spent 40 years preparing herself and her family to be ready just in case he escapes. I'm talking she has a broken relationship with her daughter due to this. She has a broken relationship with her entire family due to this. She has had 2 failed marriages due to this. And the thing is wouldn't you think that Laurie would have just moved out of Haddonfield? If she went through something that tragic, she would have just probably moved out of Haddonfield, right? Well, obviously the movie has to happen, so that's not the case. So she has been waiting for him. Laurie Strode, yes, has a motive, and she needs her family to be ready for the inevitable escape of Michael Myers, and she just doesn't want anything like this to ever happen again, so she wants to be ready for him just in case he ends up escaping. So Laurie has every bit of motive in this movie. And honestly, it almost makes less sense that they are not brother and sister in this case. Because yes, Laurie Strode is obsessed with making sure that her family and her friends and everyone she cares about is safe for in case Michael Myers comes back. He does come back, and yes, she is hunting him down. She is out on the street hunting him. Michael Myers, when he gets into Haddonfield, the only thing he cares about is getting his mask and essentially starting to kill people. That's all he wants to do. He just wants to get busy real quick. You'd think that the first thing that he did after he got his mask is paid Laurie Strode a visit if his main motive was to go after her, but he didn't. So how did they do that? They actually crafted ways around that to make it seem like the main motive was to get Michael Myers to Laurie Strode, and that was through a character named Dr. Sartain. Dr. Sartain through his studies, wanting to understand what the feeling was that Michael gets when he kills somebody. And we actually end up seeing that in the movie when he kills Officer Hawkins, which I think is the dumbest plot twist, I think, just ever, which I thought was an incredible waste. I honestly think that Dr. Sartain should have died during the bus crash. Like, when he got shot, I think that he should have died right there. He should have been shot accidentally and been killed. That's it. But no, they needed a way to get Michael Myers to Laurie Strode because he actually didn't remember her. So the answer is Michael Myers had no motive for going after Laurie Strode. Laurie Strode had a motive for going after him, and it's just simply because she has been focused on that for 40 years. Michael Myers, on the other hand, he doesn't give a shit. Yes, when Michael Myers and Laurie Strode confront each other, of course he remembers her, and I think that it is awesome when he's holding her against the wall and he does his classic head tilt and stuff like that, recalling her from that night in 1978. But it's not up until that moment that he actually knows who Laurie Strode is. But now in Halloween Kills, oh yeah, he totally has a motive to go after Laurie, but not only Laurie, he has now a motive to go after Allison and Karen because he got his ass handed to him at the end of Halloween 2018. I'm talking, he got his fingers blown off, he got stabbed in the shoulder, he got his freaking hands slashed, and after all that, they left him in a freaking trap and lit his ass on fire. Well, he actually didn't get lit on fire, I don't think, because the mask looks in the promotion so far that they've shown for Halloween Kills the exact same. But the point is, now in Halloween Kills, the entire motive for Michael Myers to want to come after Laurie Strode was built up throughout Halloween 2018 with Laurie escalating this, going after Michael Myers. So yes, now there is in fact a motive for Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends, and it's the Strodes versus Michael Myers, and we've got all these side characters coming back, and I cannot wait to see how they battle up and match up against each other in Halloween Kills. So with that being said, guys, post your guys' comments down below. Let me know, have you guys thought about this before? The reason I wanted to talk about this is because this was something that was interesting to me in the video from the other night. And I had actually thought about this before, but I actually found it very interesting that, Laurie Strode spent all this time to go after Michael Myers. And, in the movie, she has dialogue and she's saying, like, he's waited for this night, he's waited for me, I've waited for him. Really, it's only been her waiting for him. Michael Myers doesn't give a shit. Michael just wants to kill. That's all he wants to do. So whatever your guys' thoughts are, leave those comments in the comment section. I absolutely love to read them. And as always, if you guys like this, don't forget to join me on my journey to 5,000 subscribers, and I will see you guys in my next video.